is to encourage bad logic. Right? This is why I'm saying, like, attack the premises itself rather than trying to get to good conclusions by promoting bad logic. It's the methodology that matters, not the conclusion. Promote proper methodology rather than good conclusions, right? And religions sometimes randomly come to good conclusions, but if you use those good conclusions as a way to promote a bad methodology, a methodology that more often gives you bad answers. So
Yeah, of course.
those
Yeah. Course.
yeah, those small good conclusions are actually makes the religion more dangerous, because now they could be used as marketing tactic for a bad methodology. And like also the scientific method, or using logic and reason and evidence-based consideration and stuff, those are good methodologies, but they don't always give you good answers. Sometimes they give you bad answers. And people who are against the scientific method, they use those bad examples, bad answers, like, oh look, science is responsible for this or that, as to market against a superior methodology. So again, this is why I'm saying, like, don't look at the conclusions, one or two conclusions. The average conclusions of the scientific method is superior to the conclusions of religion and faith. So don't be like, oh, let's promote Muslims who using Islam to support gay marriage, because by doing that you're using a good conclusion to promote a bad methodology. Sure. The methodology matters more than the conclusion.
Always, yeah, of course. So that you can get good conclusions in the future, right?
More often, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I almost died because of these bad methodologies. Hey, what are you playing? I can't see. I can't open it because I have a crappy computer, so if I open this and...
Oh, no, right now my stream is just all they can see is my camera and your camera, basically.
Oh, really? What is the live chat saying? I wish I could see. I wish I could see anybody. If anybody
I think most of them agree with what you're saying. I mean, like I said, we're basically on the same page with everything. You're saying a lot of the stuff that I normally say, where the idea is that basically, like, thought processes are more important than conclusions, because you're trying to predict future thoughts, right? So if somebody uses a bad methodology to get to some conclusion, that doesn't matter, because they might make a bad conclusion in the future. So you ought to promote good methodologies rather than just answers, right? Yeah. And we had Sam Harris on our podcast, Secular Jihadist podcast, and he told me, he's for Islamic reform. So he said exactly this. He said, if we could just invent a new religion that is almost as bad as Islam, but it's just 10% less bad, that's progress. And that's not, I don't agree with that, because that, again, that's basically promoting the right conclusions rather than the methodology itself. If if you have 10% less bad Islam and be like, oh, that's progress, you are actually using those 10% better ideas to promote Islam, and Islam is the wrong methodology, right? Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm against Islam, no matter how. If you came up with a religion that was based on faith and God and revelation, that was 100% peaceful. Didn't have any violence in. In fact, it was very pro